I am back. I got my heat gun, or not my heat gun, my craft knife heated up, and I decided I had to show you how I cut these out with the craft knife, because it gives you these perfect, professional looking results on your rubber with your cling mount, and I just love the way that that comes out. I hope you can see how professional that cut looks. So, here is my sheet that I had showed you. They're all stuck down to the sticky side. And then what I like to do is peel off that back, revealing the cling part. Now, some people don't like to do this step. They like to leave that piece on. That's fine. And once you've tried it, you'll find out what works the best for you. So here's two of the images left from this portion that I cut out. And like I said, look how professional. So let me go ahead and put these with the teapot. And I'll show you the sides of the teapot. Again, it still comes out good, but, you know, not quite as perfect. Okay, so we'll work with these two images, and then I'll show you a straight line image on this other one. Now, I keep a piece of that sticky part of the backing, and that I used to just go ahead and put all my little scraps on so they don't stick everywhere. And actually, I'm going to save this little piece here because that'll be perfect for a small stamp. So I used a walnut hollow tool, and it has an X-Acto blade feature on it. This is all built in, and you screw it in. I know mine's really gnarly looking, but believe me, this has cut my entire collection because you're not really cutting as much as applying the heat. I keep it on a little stand for when I'm not using it, and that came with it. Okay, so give me a moment here. So again, we're going to go with that same principle of not wanting to undercut your stamps. So keep your blade straight up and down when you're working with it, and you're going to just run it along the edges of your stamp. And actually, I cut them all out, like I'll cut this little piece off, partially because I'm saving this piece, but also because you, let me get that stuck down, you get your nice edges by cutting straight, and I just find that going with that cut is great. Now, I use steel wool to clean off my blade when it gets really gross, and do this in a very well ventilated area because it does give off fumes. Remember, this is, you know, rubber and plastic that we're working with. Now, if you're doing this method, you do need to cut the stamp out first. You're not going to want to try to force this knife through your stamp. Plus, you're going to want to use your cut lines as your guide to run that blade along. So see how easy that cuts out and how perfectly? So let's do this dragonfly. Again, same way. And if your tool's hot enough, you'll have absolutely no resistance. And when you start to feel resistance, that means you need to set your tool aside a little bit and let it go ahead and heat up again, because it's cooled down some. So see how easy that is? I keep saying that, but it really is. And again, you can just go into that little spot with this and just cut it straight down. So this definitely is a time saver. And like I said, it looks great too. So look how fast we got that image cut out. And then, like I said, you'll just stick all your little extra bits over here. And I like working on the non-stick craft sheet. Just be careful not to puncture it. Okay, so let's go in with this full sheet. Really quickly, I'm just going to show you. Again, these are all the straight ones from the two sets. And look how easy that is to get those apart. And I put them straight up on the edges, again, without undercutting. And this one you're going to have hard time seeing. I've got it still kind of stuck to that backing sheet. Right, here we go. Just cut straight down there. And look at that, perfectly cut out. All ready to go. Okay, so that is how I get all of my rubber cut out. It just takes me a few minutes. I just got these in the mail moments ago. Opened them up and started mounting them. So, you know, it's like a half hour to do this whole thing, to cut them and then cut them out with the craft knife. And it doesn't take that much longer if you're using the scissors either. So just remember to work in a well-ventilated area. Use steel wool to clean off your blade because look how nasty it gets. And it does steam. So remember those little tips and no undercutting, and you will be on your way to using these rubber stamps in a very short amount of time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.